I'm eating some M&M's before bed. It's a great choice. Good idea. Just in my kitchen. Just got home. Just wanted to think. Stop by and say something real quick. On my phone, in my kitchen, right before bed. Does anybody else, well, should I say, is it not lost on other people when a flat earther says something like, keep an open mind? I mean, aren't you guys the ones that won't allow science to enter your brain? Aren't you the ones that reject any answer given to you by what might be called the scientific community, by Daryl Marble, or Globers, Globetards, whatever other, fun monikers you have for the lot of us? Open your mind. Keep your mind open. No, look, let's not open our minds. Let's use facts to decide what we think is true based on what we can prove. I mean, it's like water cleans, right? That's what we use to clean something is water, typically. Might throw soap in there, may not always need it. Sanitizing requires a chemical, right? But washing something, not necessarily. But we know that water is the main medium that cleans something. Even if you have a chemical, you still have to wash it away with water. It's proven. That is a proven thing. And it's easy to prove. Just because something becomes exponentially more difficult to prove than water cleaning something doesn't make it impossible. And just because it takes money to prove it doesn't mean that only NASA can do it. It just means that over the course of however many years that, centuries that science has been trying to understand the world and the universe that we live in, they've built upon previous theories and previous experiments and previous hypotheses and carried them on when technology got better. And usually technology got better because somebody had an idea, they were able to produce it, kind of like the car was originally a steam engine, and then the internal combustion engine became a thing, and then pretty soon you get turbine engines, turbojet engines, and the technology builds upon itself. That's what it is. So, it stands to reason that, sometimes it takes money to prove something because you just don't have enough, magnification, let's say, to view a star at a certain distance, or don't have enough actual power to heat something to a certain degree, to watch it work, to watch atoms split. They built the Hadron Collider to basically excel particles at a certain speed so that they could collide them into each other and watch the reactions. These things take money because little advancements brought us to that point. So it seems like a leap to you because you were born into it, or you were playing grab ass with some girl in middle school not realizing that NASA was out there working. You could have followed along the whole way, but you arrive at this place with this idea that everybody's lying to you, when the bottom core answer to your questions are out there. If you got off your ass and stopped denying it and went and found them and did the experiments, took the time to open your mind and stop closing like a steel trap, that maybe the knowledge that we have isn't lies passed on, but it's actually knowledge passed on. Kind of like how you live in a house with power that comes to you, that heats your water for you. You realize that even as far back as Little House on the Prairie era, we didn't even have power. Like, you had to light a fire to heat the water for a bath. Times were different ones. We have so many advancements in technology, and each one of those is stepping stone on the other. It starts with one thing, it gets better, somebody refines it, somebody does more discovery, somebody leaves an unopened, or like an open-ended question, and somebody else comes along with an idea. It's science, but it ain't rocket science. I mean, even rocket science started out as throwing a couple rocks at something to see what would happen, and then becomes something greater. And you all have the ability, but you don't have the desire to do any of it. You'd rather just argue because certain points that you make feel good. It's impossible to have a curved earth if the horizon is behind a couple platforms like the latest Riley bullshit. Really? Is it though? Can you prove that? Can you show me how something is impossible? I mean, you talk about something that you're literally making a claim on and will not show how it's impossible. You know, is it possible that maybe you have never done an experiment so you wouldn't have the first clue to what it takes to come up to something called proof? How did we prove gravity? Somebody tried the Cavendish experiment recently, apparently failed miserably. Did they recreate it exactly? But no. But listen, there's only one thing I can say about that. To any flat earthers out there who might happen upon my channel, somebody tried to make the Cavendish experiment. And the key word there is tried. It's something that most flat earthers don't seem to do. More of you should be. More of you should be following your own advice as to opening your mind and letting science in. Like, think about it this way. It's what everybody uses and believes. So try it out and see. You know? Like when I was 15 or 16, maybe a little older, 18. It's been a long time. Following a breakup, like the breakup of a serious relationship, I had avoided rollerblades for years because they were popular, and I hated popular things growing up. Always hated popular things. Well, I finally decided, why do I hate popular things just because they're popular? They're popular for a reason. Maybe because they're fun, maybe because whatever. So with rollerblades, I said, I'm not going to do that anymore. It's not popular, or it's popular for a reason. I'm going to find out. And if I like it, I'm going to do it. If not, okay. But I got some rollerblades, and I started rollerblading everywhere. It was the best time of my life, best summer I ever had. You know, it was good exercise. It was fun. Got me out of my comfort zone. It helped me grow as a person to realize that just because something's popular doesn't mean I have to shy away from it. Sometimes maybe popular should be checked out. And I gave myself the ability to continue to hate it if I hated it because I hated it. I didn't want to hate something anymore just because it represented a type of person that I hated, which were the popular kids that always made fun of me for being fat. Which were the worst kind of kids in school because ultimately who cares? You know? But anyway, you know, I don't know. It's such a weird coin that on one side of your coin, as a flat earther, you might say, open your mind. On the other side of that same coin, you won't open your mind and you immediately reject every answer given to you, especially when you already know the answer and you refuse to follow up and do the work yourself to show that answer is wrong. If you think we're so wrong, go out and show us. Go out and repeat an experiment and show the failure. Or shut the fuck up.